Okay, we're doing the deployment phase now, and we deploy in initiative order printed on the card. This is not changed by other things. So the printed initiative for the SU-100 is 3. Please forgive my 2-year-old yelling. Today actually is his birthday, so I can actually legitimately call him a 2-year-old. The Valentine and the M3 Lee both have initiative 4, which are less than my tanks that aren't the Tiger. So my Tiger is going to be placed on the battlefield somewhere. He's going to go here for now, and we'll see what happens. And then I need to place my 5s, and then he'll place his last M4 over there. Okay. Probably would help if I would continue to point the camera towards the things we're actually doing as opposed to just in my hand. Alright. The Germans are doing more of a castle deployment for this one. Okay, so that is the deployment phase. Now, you will note that there is a green flag over there and another one over there. I have to get within 1 arrow of those things to be able to claim a victory point. I also have to kill whatever else is near that victory point for me to be able to gain possession of it. I have to do that for 3 turns or 2 turns, I don't remember which. 2 turns to be able to win inside of 8 turns. The first turn, probably the first 2 turns, I have no chance of getting there. So that part kind of sucks. But we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this game. We're gonna do Recon moves. I have Recon on 2 tanks. You have it on 2 tanks. Which 2 tanks do you have Recon on? Okay. His movement initiative is what?
3.
His movement is 3. He goes first. Here's 2 arrows. We have 3 arrows because the tank, the skirmish game came with 2 arrows, and then the box game came with 1 arrow. And by box game, I mean that game right over there. So movement works the same way it has been. So does giving your enemies cover and all that kind of fun stuff. And then your M4 is the other one that has...
He's an 8.
He's an 8 for movement. Okay. So my Panzers both move. Arrows, please. Okay. So we're here. I have to place the arrow somewhere touching the tank. And then I have to end the movement to where he's touching the back half of the arrow. Usually I refer to that as the arrow shaft because that's what it is. It's not the head, it's not the fletching, it's the shaft of the arrow. Some people find that to be a little bit crude, but I think they need to get their head out of the gutter most of the time. Alright, so I have done my recon moves. You're about to do your recon moves. And then we'll start into the first turn. From this point on, I'm going to do snapshots of what happened after the first turn, actually rolling dice at things, because I'm running out of space on my recording device. So for that, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty then. That's the before the actual movement phase, and now we'll get into the actual movement phase. Okay, so movement is done in ascending order, which means we start at the lowest initiative tank, which is the Lee? The Lee and the Valentine. Both move at initiative 4.
He's at a 6 because of my upgrades.
Yeah, sorry. He moves at initiative 6. The Valentine still moves at initiative 4. My lowest initiative movement is the 5. So he's going to put the arrow touching the tank, and then the tank has to end its movement with the side of the tank fully touching the I think the rules call it the tail of the arrow. Okay,
That's basically
you're good. That's fine. And then we need to indicate how far it moved. The Valentine, if the thing moves, is always going to be a 1 because that's as far as the thing can move. Then my initiative 5, I have safe storage, so I have no incentive to not move 2 with my Sturmgeschütz. All right. Looking at the battlefield from the perspective of the Sturmgeschütz, I realize that the terrain is not 3D, so for that I apologize, but only kind of. All right, that is my 2 movement for the Sturmgeschütz, and now 6s. You have 6s, so your 6s move before mine because I have advantage. So his Lee's gonna move. Do you have anything else that moves at initiative 6?
No.
What initiative does your SU-100 move at?
3. Yeah, he's not moving.
He's not moving. He was. I pretty much knew he was stationary, but we needed to actually declare that. So, both of those tanks have what's called the assault gun rule, which means there is a line that goes off the front of the tank, and if you cross that line, then you've broken the tank's front, which means that tank can't shoot at you unless you're also directly in front of it. And we do directly in front as between there and there. Actually, these lines right here line up fairly well with the Lee at the moment. All right, so your 4s, 5s, and 6s have now all moved.
Yep, the only thing that has to move is him.
Okay, and what is his initiative
He's
movement?
an 8.
He's an 8. He will be the last thing that moves. So I need to move. I can move my Tiger and Panzer IVs in any order I wish because they're all mine, and they're all at initiative 6, which all go before his initiative 8. So we're going to start with this one. So I can place the arrow in a manner that overlaps terrain, but I can't have the tank move in that way unless I want to destroy this wall. And for this turn, I don't want to destroy the wall. I'm going to move 1. So he's only going to have 1. These guys have snapshot recon, so that part doesn't matter. Okay, I can move the Tiger or the Panzer IV. I'm gonna move the Tiger. One to there. Call that good for him. And then I'm gonna move the Panzer. Where do I put the Panzer? I need to go get those objectives, is what I need to do. So we're gonna go this way for 1. I grab the other arrow. He's gonna move to there, and then he's gonna go this way for 2. I'm gonna put that back, move this arrow a little bit back, because I'm gonna bring this arrow forward. It doesn't matter which place I put the arrow, as long as the tank is touching it. And as long as I'm not drawing my line of sight through my other tank, and I have line of sight to that Valentine, which It's kind of hard to tell from here. I'm going to move him over just a little bit more. So that way the Valentine has to shoot through cover to hit me, and I got to shoot through cover to hit it, but it already has cover. So focus in on that end of the table. That's a little bit easier to tell. Yeah, that looks good to me. I'm going to leave him there. He's moved twice. So now the M4 moves. He's declaring to be stationary. Okay. Shooting, I have an initiative 9 Tiger.
9 Sherman.
9 Sherman. I have advantage. My Tiger shoots first. I need 5 dice, please. Tiger is going to shoot the SU-100. Okay. I'm not stationary, so I don't get to change any of these things. The Tiger doesn't have anything that lets me modify or reroll dice, so I have 1 crit and 2 hits. The defense pool, the attacker pool is typically just whatever's printed on the card unless you have an upgrade that allows you to get more dice, and there is no upgrade in the starting pack that allows you to add more dice without expending ammo and being at close range, and I didn't take those. So the defense pool is created by the attacker's movement, which is 1 in this case, the defender's movement, which is 0, the defender's armor, which is 2. So you've got 1 for my movement, 2 for your armor, 1 for cover, and 1 from being a tank destroyer in cover. And then you get another 1 for being camouflage because you didn't move. You don't get any more dice, correct?
No.
Okay, so he has a pool of 6 dice. I don't have anything that removes it, any dice from him, so he's going to get to roll 6 dice. If his pool resulted in more than 6 dice, then he would have to pare down to 6 dice for defense, because your defense dice pool caps at 6. So I have 2 hits and 1 crit coming his way. Go ahead and roll your dice. So he has 2 blocks, which means I get to choose which dice he's blocking. So he's going to block the 2 hits, and he's going to take a crit. Crits are drawn out of the damage deck, and he has a damaged engine, which, let's see, the tank can only make 1 move per turn, but it is repairable. So at the end of the shooting phase or during the command phase, not really sure which one, those two kind of blur together, he gets to roll a dice, and if he rolls a hit or a crit on the dice, then he repairs it. But if he rolls a blank, then he doesn't. So he's got a 50-50 shot to repair it. That was my initiative 9 shot. Your initiative 9 shot going where? I don't know. You do have... If you don't have a laser, you got to eyeball it. We have a laser, so it's really nice. So I have cover either way. So the wall is, he's shooting through the wall, so I get to claim the wall, which is kind of nice, because the wall is going to block one of his hits regardless of what I roll. But if he rolls just complete blanks, then it doesn't change anything. But he is a medium tank, so he gets to reroll one of his blanks.
Oh, I was stationary.
You were stationary, so you get to reroll both of your blanks, or all of your blanks. Now, that die has already been rerolled, so it doesn't get to be rerolled again. Okay. So now we're going to go over to the defense pool. I get nothing for the attacker movement, 1 for the defender's movement, 1 for defender's armor, 1 for cover, and then I'm not losing any dice, and I don't have anything else that gives me shenanigans. So I have 3 dice. He has 3 hits. I have 2 crits, which means the crits, all that means whenever you're rolling the defense dice, you get to choose what you're blocking. So usually target priority is you block the crits first, but all 3 of his were hits. So I'm just going to take 1 damage. Oh, actually the wall took that damage because he rolled hits. So the wall is just straight up destroyed. So I didn't take any damage. Woohoo! Good catch there. That was all of our 9s. Do we have any 8s? 7s. I have 2 7s. You have a 7. Okay. My Stug is not a 7. Both of these guys are shooting at the Valentine. I don't have a side shot on you from either tank. That's unfortunate. I'm only going to roll 4 dice. I'm going to do the back guy first because you get more dice. So you get 2 for my move, 1 for your move, 1 for cover, 1 for your armor. I'm going to roll 4 dice. I have 1 not blank. I'm not stationary, but I am a medium tank, so that special rule allows me to re-roll 1 die. I only got 1 coming at you. So your dice pool is... just go ahead and pull them out. 2 from my move, 1 from your move, 1 from your armor, 1 from cover. Nothing else added. And even if I did have a side shot on the Valentine, it wouldn't matter because it has a special rule called Fortress, which means you don't lose dice when you get shot from the side. Okay, look at that. He's got plenty of blocks. I only had 1 hit, so he has excess. Now the other guy is going to shoot. I'm going to roll the same number of dice. He's going to roll 1 less die because that guy only moved 1 instead of 2. I have 1 hit coming. I am a medium tank. I have 1 hit coming. Apparently the Panzer IVs don't want to hit today. So you roll 4 dice in response. Okay, you rolled enough blocks. My initiative 7 shooting was for naught. Your 7, which is your SU.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and shoot. Who are you shooting at?
What's the heavy tank's rule again?
Heavy tank is reroll 1 in defense. So if I roll a blank with my heavy tank, I get to reroll.
Oh, I am shooting at your heavy tank, your tiger.
You're going to shoot at the tiger. Okay. SU shoots tiger. SU throws 6 dice. Because he's big and nasty. He's stationary, so he gets to reroll. I'm going to move these out of the way. Seriously? You have 3 hits and 3 crits.
Nope. I have.
Ha! Because he was stationary, let's focus in on this. Because he was stationary, he gets to modify a hit to a crit. So he's got 4 crits and only 2 hits coming at me. Yikes. Okay, I get nothing as far as defense dice go from the attacker. I get 1 from being the defender. I get 1 from being in cover. I get 2 from being a tiger. I need all 4 of these to show crits. So we'll see what happens here. The dice are not being kind to me. They rolled all blanks. But I'm a heavy tank, so I get to re-roll 1. Hey, I came up with a single block. So I'm going to take a minimum of 1 damage. Am I taking 4 cards, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, first card. No damage. Radio damaged. Tank has initiative 0. Damaged engine. Only make 1 move per turn. Ammo damaged. 3 points of damage. And damaged equipment. Player discards 1 upgrade card of their choice from this tank. This is going to be a problem. Okay. I didn't actually mark which ones were upgrades as opposed to which one, like how they're worded on there. I'm going to have to look at that. Maybe they're all upgrades. Okay, so I got to pick one of the things that the tiger had and make it go away. We are going to pick the engine. So my engine card is no longer a thing, which means he now moves at initiative 5. Yuck. But he has initiative 0. I don't know if my cards get to augment that, or if you're actually resetting my printed initiative on my card and then my stuff kicks in, or if that just trumps my initiative. I'm not sure. This tank can only make 1 move per turn. Discard all ammo. Okay, that's already happened. I've taken 6 points of damage in critical cards, which means I've actually taken 7 points of damage because he did 1 before. That is awful. Damaged equipment, already did that. Okay, so those 2 are repairable. And, yeah, I'm going to have to pick one of those. Probably going to pick the initiative one because I want my initiative 9 shooting back. Ow. That hurt, Caleb. That's not cool.
Any other tank would have died a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I took 7 points of damage. The Tiger tank has 1 point of damage left. Awful. I did 2 damage to you so far. Okay, that was your initiative 7 shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have my initiative 6 shooting.
Yep.
Why is this all blurry? Stupid shiny surface. Okay. The Sturmgeschütz is going to shoot the SU. See if we can make anything happen.
Does that take out the wall?
That's a good question. That wall's way closer to me than it is to you, so I'm going to go with no. Yeah, I'm going to go with no, but it doesn't actually say, really. So, high, if I roll a hit or a crit, then I'm going to hit the wall. If I roll blank, then I'm not going to hit the wall. Looks like I'm not going to hit the wall. It's not involved. Cool. I'm going to roll 4 dice, because that's my shooting. Aha! Come on, give me something. I've only got 2 hits coming. You've got 2 from my move, 2 from your armor, 1 from cover, 1 from being stationary, 1 from being a tank destroyer in cover, which gives you 7, which goes down to 6, because you can't roll 7 defense dice. See if you can block 2. Come on. He rolls 4 blanks, and then 2. So my Sturmgeschütz does no damage, which means I did 2 points of damage in this shooting phase. You still have 2 tanks to shoot. This is very much in the Allies' favor at the moment. Okay, who you having shoot first?
Front panzer.
So you're having the Valentine shoot first at the front panzer.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, he has 1 hit. I have 1 from my move, 1 from your move, 1 from my armor. I don't think I have cover. Pretty sure I don't. Where's the laser? There it is. We'll look. Bring the laser pointer this way. Looks like you can't go through the building. Use both hands to steady your hand. You're still wobbly. Okay, I don't have cover. Okay, so I'm only rolling 3 dice. One of these has to come up with a hit so I don't take damage. Hey, cool, 2 of them did. Alright, now the Lee shoots. Does the Lee have targets? The Lee can shoot the Tiger.
Are you sure about that?
No.
I'm
Let's
pretty sure.
use the laser.
Pretty sure that building is directly in the way. Yes, the building.
Building's in the way. Lee has no shots. Cool, I hugged that well enough.
Unless I go like this.
Well, you have to go from the center of your tank, so no.
Center of the tank.
Sorry, center of your front. Touching tank.
No.
I've got cover.
And you have a wall protecting you.
I'm gonna argue the wall's probably not involved.
It would have to be.
Okay. Are you shooting?
Yeah, I'm shooting.
Cool.
It's going to get destroyed.
Yeah. So the wall's gonna be destroyed. Let's roll high-low since it's like right in the middle. So if it's a blank, wall's not involved. Wall's not involved. This could be bad. Okay, you've got 4 dice.
Yes, 4 dice.
He has a crit. He's a medium tank, so he gets to re-roll. Of course, he comes up with another hit. Okay, I'm going to get 2 dice from your move, 1 die from my move, 2 dice from my armor, and then 1 dice from cover. You had 1 hit, 1 crit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to come up with 1 because... No, I need to come up with 2 because the wall was not involved. And I'm a heavy tank, so I get to re-roll a die. Hey, cool, that one comes up. Yeah, the time I need to block 2 points of damage, I roll 5. The time I need to block 5 points of damage, I roll 2. No, I rolled 1. Yeah, I had 1 on that. Okay, so the tiger's not dead this turn. I'm going to roll to try to repair one of these things. The damaged radio is more important to me, so I'm going to try to fix the radio. And it's a blank. So Tiger's at initiative 0. He's essentially dead. He is 78 points of useless. Eliminated on the first turn. Good job, Caleb. All right, that was turn 1. Oh, at the end of turn 1, we need to roll and figure out who has advantage for next turn. I have a crit and a hit.
I also have a hit.
He also has hit and crit, so we got to roll again. I have a crit.
I do not.
And a hit. He has no crits, so I win that tie. Not that tie. We don't get... He has no crits, I have hits. I have a crit. He does not. I have initiative. I keep advantage. But I have a dead tiger, essentially. Alright, that was end of turn 1. Ugh. We forgot to roll his damage engine, and then he did, and then he fixed it, because of course he did. Alright, on to turn 2. So at the bottom of turn 7, both the SU and the Valentine are still alive. The SU has 1 point left. The Valentine has only taken 1. And the Sturmgeschütz was able to get a shot off through those tanks and threading the needle, but didn't do any damage to the Valentine. So, in no way, shape, or form can the German player win. Because the German player has until the end of 8 turns to get 2 victory points by obtaining control of either of the two objectives, and or I don't know, killing all the other guys' tanks. Because with World of Tanks, you can always just kill the other guy's tanks. If you do that, then you win. There are other victory conditions you can do, like, I don't know, take control of objectives, like I should have been able to do, but I didn't bring any fast tanks to make him nervous. So, yeah, this was a solid victory for the Allies. Well done, Caleb. Sorry for the interrupted video. I'm changing the way that I do videos, so hopefully there will be more lengthy and in-depth videos to come. All right, take care, folks. Bye-bye.